Hello. This is a supplement to our explanation of LIB 200 course meetings for an asynchronous class. And this supplement is especially for the short session, Fall 2, 2023, which is meeting in January and February of 2024. Short sessions at LaGuardia take place over about 6 weeks, and they condense what is normally up to a 15 to 18-week semester into these short periods of time. That means that students are responsible for spending about twice as much time on the coursework as they would during a normal session. And that's what we'll be asking for you to do in the context of this LIB 200 asynchronous online class. I want to show you some of the modifications that had to be made so that you understand what is different about this class compared to the introduction that was given in general for a normal class of LIB 200 meeting asynchronously. And that video is linked above this one in the Start Here section of Blackboard. But as we get started, let me just share with you what it looks like for you to log on to Blackboard and see some of the different things that are included. One thing I have included in Blackboard now is an assignment calendar. Since we have a much shorter session together, it's worthwhile for us to see when the different assignments are going to be due. Instead of having 6 weeks to complete a first draft, you're going to have a little bit less than 3. And instead of being able to complete all of your assignments by the end of a 3-month-long semester, your assignments are going to be all completed by February 20th. So keep all of those dates in mind. Remember that these are suggested dates. These are dates that I think that you should try to follow to finish your work in a decent amount of time so that you can schedule your other obligations fairly and accordingly. However, I understand that some students need to modify these schedules. And if that is the case, please contact me as soon as you can. You'll notice that a number of our assignments are coming due on Sundays or on holidays. And that's just because I would like to give you as much time as possible to complete them. Some students do like to work over the weekends or on holidays. Note that if you're going to be taking holidays and Sundays off and Saturdays off, then you should probably complete those assignments by the previous day of the week, like let's say Fridays. So you may need to modify that according to your own needs and desires and schedules to make sure that you can complete everything that you need to complete. If you need any help with this, please contact me. There's one important date in the middle of the semester that I want you to keep in mind, and that date is January 21st. January 21st is when your first draft of your final assignment is due. And the reason I'd like you to try to hold to that date, if at all possible, is because you're going to share that first draft not only with myself, but with also other students in the class. At least one other student is going to read your first draft and give you comments. And in fact, you will read some other students' first draft and give them comments as well. If you don't submit your first draft by January 21st, you can't have that other student's review. And we would like to get everybody's feedback and review if possible. So that date is one I'd like you to try to keep in contact with. But if that is not possible, we can perhaps do some changes to that. Maybe if there's a few students that need to do a different date, we can allow for that different date for those few students, and they can review each other's work. Other than that, the class runs pretty much the same as it would in a long session. It's just going twice as fast, twice as much time for you to spend, and also requires you to pay more diligent attention to the calendar and what are things that are going to be due. You're going to be writing a 2,000-word paper. You're going to be putting together multimedia presentations. You're going to learn how to make a website. You're going to put together a biographical sketch. These are things that require time. Schedule those times out as you can. Try to do them within the frames that I have outlined. If you can't, contact me. But otherwise, I wish you well on this short session. Please get in touch with me as soon as you can. I'd love to hear from all of you. and we'll try to get through this together, hopefully creating an amazing product, an amazing advertisement for the skills that you have learned here at LaGuardia Community College on into the future. Thanks very much, and I hope to see you all very soon and hear from you all very, very soon.